Good morning and good afternoon. Welcome back to DCTV, where I'm your host, Drew Collins, bringing you the very best sports infotainment news here in the Cincinnati area. Welcome back. If you're new around here, I've been doing play-by-plays for Bengals games for years. I'm currently a senior in college, about to graduate and go into sports reporting in less than 365 days. So, not to get sidetracked, but I need to diversify the channel outside of just Cincinnati, and why not start with NFL picks for the entire season, every game, Monday, Thursday, Sunday, I don't care. I'm going to be picking the games, and for full transparency reasons, I will be tracking somewhere on the screen as each episode comes out my record, so you guys know if I'm complete garbage or if you want to ride with me, because some of my picks are pretty good. So I'm already going to start with 0-1. Thursday night, I had the Chiefs. Full transparency, like I said.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
A path for the Lions. You know, I think they'll be good in the NFC. I don't think they'll win their division. I'm going to go ahead and say that. But before we even get this series started, I am a Bengals fan. I'm from Cincinnati, and I also have family who are Minnesota Vikings fans. So those are my two teams. I'm going to put the bias aside, though, with my picks. So full disclaimer. If you want to follow me on my socials, and if you want to hit that subscribe button so you can join along the way and follow my picks. And Sundays, I will be doing live play-by-plays for at least the Bengal games. So if you just want somewhere to chat with a bunch of people live and just have some fun, feel free to join. Without further ado, we got to get into the picks. So we're going to start with the 1 o'clock games here on Sunday. Texans, Ravens, AFC North, baby. I mean, this one really isn't going to be close in my opinion. The betting line is like something ridiculous. The Ravens always start the year really well. It's a good coach team. You got a healthy Lamar Jackson. Hopefully Mark Andrews plays. I just think they win this one at home by big. Easy pick, Baltimore Ravens. Now we're going to go to an interesting one, the Panthers and the Falcons. I think it'll be a low-scoring, close game, but I'm going to have to go with the Falcons. I just like the roster better. You could call me a fan of Bijan Robinson. After watching Thursday Night Football, though, and seeing Jahmyr Gibbs get like 4 or 5 touches, you draft the running back with like the 12th pick, and then you only utilize him like 5 or 6 rushes. I'm hoping, they don't do that. They have other backs. They have Tyler Algier. They have Patterson as the Joker. So I'm going to ride with the Falcons here in week 1. You got the Arizona Cardinals heading to Washington to take on the Commanders. Yikes. I mean, I'm going to have to ride with the Commanders. I haven't seen a single person pick the Colts. If you're a Colts fan, best of luck. I just don't really see a way how you guys get it done. That Washington defensive front is disgusting, and disgusting in a good way, and the Cardinals offense is disgusting in a bad way. Short and sweet, move on to the next one. This one, Jaguars versus Colts. This is a tough one for me because my heart is telling me to go with the Colts, but my head is telling me to go with the Jaguars, so my pick is going to be with the Jaguars. I'm a big Anthony Richardson fan. I really think he can get the job done if they had Jonathan Taylor. That whole situation it just makes me want to fade the Colts until they get it figured out. Until he gets traded, until they give him a contract, it just seems like who knows what that locker room is possibly going for chemistry-wise. I mean, you got a rookie quarterback. You take away his biggest safety blanket, and then you throw him into that locker room with that possible toxic chemistry. If Jonathan Taylor, none of that situation ever happened, I'm picking the Colts here at home. But with the way it goes, give me Trevor Lawrence and the boys in Jacksonville. Hey, Duval, stand up. Heading into Pittsburgh, covering the 49ers Steelers game. Even as a Bengals fan, I'm going with the AFC North team and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they are a home dog, by the way. So if you are betting, it's a home dog. It's good value there. The 49ers, man, best coach team. They're in a really crappy division. They should easily win their division, not because they're incredible, but because the division's so bad, and they're pretty good. I'm not as bullish on them as a lot of other people. Brock Purdy, hard not to root for, but what is he really going to bring when we get into, December and January and those months? You're traveling to Pittsburgh. They have an incredible front seven. They always play good week 1. Mike Tomlin, great coach. I mean, they beat Cincinnati last year in week 1, and I think they're going to beat the 49ers here in week 1 this year. All right, that brings us into Cincinnati, heading to Cleveland for an AFC North matchup. Obviously, like I said, I'm a Bengals fan. My heart tells me Bengals, but my head is telling me Browns. The Bengals aren't they're not a smooth starter. They play well December, January, and then, February. Anyway, you know what I mean. Like if you know anything about the Bengals, they usually don't start the season real hot. They finish hot. And the only reason why I am going to pick the Bengals here over the Browns is because Burrow just got paid $55 million a year. I think he's going to go out there week 1 and prove that contract. The foolery with the injury, that was like over a month ago at the calf strain. Burrow's always had adversity, early in the year when it comes to preseason and training camp and all that. This is nothing new. I would stay away from this if you're betting at all. This game feels like a trap. If anything, I would go with the under. It's the AFC North matchup in week 1. It's probably going to be a heavy defensive affair in my opinion. So I'm rolling with the Bengals, but I wouldn't be surprised if your pick is the Browns. And my other favorite team over in the NFC, we got the Minnesota Vikings with the Buccaneers come to town. I've seen a lot of people actually picking the Bucs. They're like a 6-point dog last time I saw or something like that. So I don't know if people are taking just, for them to have a close game, which makes sense if you are betting because the Vikings really only, a lot of the games they win or lose is within 7 points. Just you can do the research about last season, how crazy that the season was. So I'm still going to ride with the Vikings to get the win. I think they do it in blowout fashion where there's just so many question marks on this Bucs front. Kirk Cousins, Kirk O'Chains is playing for a contract this year. Jay Jettas, Addison, just a monster offense. I think the one thing that'll be interesting to watch, you have no Dalvin Cook, so Alexander Madison will be stepping up. But you have that man, Jay Jettas, right there. I think he's going to school this Buccaneers defense. Like I said, Kirk O'Chains is playing for a contract this year. He probably won't be in purple and gold next year, so it starts right now. I got the Vikings big at home. And for the last 1 o'clock game, we have the Tennessee Titans versus the New Orleans Saints. This is a really, really tough game because I was on the Titans for the longest. And if I were to bet this, man, I would bet the Titans personally because I think they're like 3-point dogs the last time I saw. I think if they lose, it's going to be a close loss. But I'm going to pick the Saints. And this is probably one of my least confident bets of this week. So, yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think on any of these games. And if you think I'm wrong, tell me why in the comments. I want to know why I'm wrong and you're right. Maybe you're thinking of something that I haven't thought of already. So please, if you disagree with any of these picks, put them in the comment section and let me know which team you guys are riding with. All right, so now we're going to head into the 4 o'clock games. And this is probably my other least confident pick this week. And that's going to be the Raiders. They face the Broncos. It's in Denver, Mile High. I can't side with Russell Wilson until he shows me that he's old Russell Wilson. He's not what he was last year. I know it's Sean Payton, whole new look Broncos team. I just can't pick them unless they tell me and they show me otherwise. So for that reason, I know the Raiders are new look as well. Part of me feels like going with the Raiders, but this is like my other least confident pick, so there's that. Another gritty 4 o'clock game. You have the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to New England to face Belichick and the boys. I'm going to go with the Eagles getting the road win here in week 1, but I could totally understand for those who are taking the Patriots. It's home turf, it's Bill Belichick, week 1. He's going to have the boys coached up. The defense is going to be looking really well. Questions with Mac Jones, in my opinion. I like Ramondre Stevenson as the running back. For the Eagles, obviously they got some dogs. So for that, I just think their playmakers are the reason why they win this one. So I'm going to go with the Eagles in this one. And to one of my most confident picks, we got the Rams heading to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And, I'm big on the Seahawks here. And this is one of those where I'm big on the Seahawks, not really because of the Seahawks, but because of the Rams. They have no Cooper Kupp. They have probably the worst offensive line in the entire National Football League. And that leaves a really fragile Matthew Stafford with nobody to throw to and no protection. I'm not very bullish on Geno Smith, but I think this is a winnable game with a quarterback like Geno Smith because I think he can not turn the ball over. And I think, he can do enough to get the win. So this is probably one of my most confident picks this week. So yeah, I like the Seahawks big. And probably the 4 o'clock game that everybody will be watching. Dolphins heading to LA to take on the Chargers. Boy, this one is a really tough one. At the end of the day, I'm siding with the Chargers. But, You really don't know what to expect with this Dolphins offense. I mean, with the weapons they have, it's like somebody betting on the Bengals that's not too familiar with the Bengals, but you know the names of the team, right? Or the names of the guys on the team. It's the same with the Dolphins. The defense, I don't know. Chargers, I mean, Jay Herbo. There's a lot of question marks in this game. I'm going to go with the home team here in week 1, but I am not surprised at all for those who are taking the Dolphins. So let me know in the comment section who you guys have for this one. And for the last 4 o'clock game on Sunday, an NFC North showdown, Packers heading to Chicago to take on the Bears. And I'm riding with the Bears on this one. I've seen a lot of people take the Packers here, and this one is just really confusing for me because I know Justin Fields gets a ton of hate, but what has Jordan Love done to prove that he's a better quarterback than Justin Fields, or prove that he can go into Justin Fields' home turf and beat him? This one, I've just, national media and just watching other content, this one I just got big question marks on. I'm pretty confident in the Bears, and I don't know if I've ever said that in my life. Soldier Field, I mean, look, both of these teams aren't great. They're probably going to be the bottom 2 teams in the NFC North, in my opinion. I'm just going to take the Bears because I don't know what, this Packers team led by Jordan Love is going to look like. No Rodgers in the building. They lost some guys on the defense as well. So I'm riding with the Bears in this last 4 o'clock game. And here we go for Sunday night. Sunday night football. Oh, the classic Cowboys and Giants. Can you please stop showing this game so much on Sunday night, Thursday night, Monday night? We're begging you. I know it's Dallas, so they're always going to get a ton of primetime games. Please stop with this matchup. At least face somebody else. Anyway, for the pick, I'm going to go with the Cowboys. Look, I like the Giants offense. I mean, they totally steamrolled the Vikings in the playoffs last year. When Saquon is rolling, I mean, that team is dangerous. They played through Saquon. I just think the Cowboys really zero in on Saquon, and it's a tough moving for the offense here early for the Giants is my prediction. So I think the Cowboys can do it. And look, I am not very bullish on Dak Prescott at all. I've seen the training camp videos. The guy is just an interception machine. So we'll see how he comes out here. I like Deuce Vaughn. We'll see, the touches he gets in this game. The Cowboys obviously got weapons on both sides of the ball. I think Micah Parsons has a monster game. And, so, I mean, I really don't want to ride with the Cowboys here, but I'm going to for Sunday Night Football. And now heading to our last pick of the video, which if you're still here, please leave a like, hit the subscribe button, get active in the comment section. I appreciate you. Buffalo Bills heading to New Jersey, right outside of New York, to face the Jets. Man, it's on 9/11. It's prime time. Right outside New York. The energy, Aaron Rodgers' first game. They was featured on Hard Knocks. They've been talk of the country. Give me the Jets, 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 Jets. I'm very bullish on the Jets this season. I think Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson's going to be a killer duo. I'm so excited to see that. I'm thinking about, later on, maybe Saturday or Sunday, coming out with a video about actual bets for this game, because there's a lot of props that I like. So let me know if you guys would be interested in that. But when it comes to my pick, I'm riding with the Jets here. Obviously, I understand if you choose the Bills. I mean, the Bills, they got some bad guys, man. You got Diggs in that offense. Josh Allen, if he's on his game, hard team to beat, man. You got to score with them. I just think the Jets have so much momentum going into this game. The stadium's going to be absolutely rocking. I think the Jets will get the ball first. If they win the coin toss, they're not going to defer to kick. They're going to receive, and they're going to go down and get a Garrett Wilson touchdown. And the stadium's going to be going crazy. Twitter's going to be blowing up. I'm very bullish on the Jets. That's all I got. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, this about sums up the video. If you like this series, let me know in the comment section. If you agree or disagree with any of these picks, let me know, and let me know why. And, here we go. I'm really hoping for a good week of football here. I hope you guys all enjoy the rest of your weekend. And, who's ready for some NFL football? Stay you, stay true. I'll see you guys next time.